In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Very well. Frank Wessel, 16115. This is the gentleman that, did I say was scheduled for November?
Yes, sir.
Right.
And we were waiting on the crime lab.
September 23rd, okay.
Come back on 9/9, I think is what we're going to do, Judge.
That's agreeable. Thank you, sir, for
Yes,
coming
sir.
in.
Thank you. And I'm sorry for not being here.
Well, that's fine. Something's happened.
Judge Barry Jarrett.
$15,236, $15,223, burglaries, thefts.
Judge, Mr. Jarrett is in custody because he missed the court date on August the 12th, I believe. Apparently, where he was staying at, there was a hullabaloo next door that he became a witness in. I believe all the sheriff's department as well as some Harrison officers were called out. He was on scene out there, I believe, talking to them. His bondsman's here. The bondsman indicated to me that he's been in contact. I called him the next day. Has contacted him several times a week, willing to stay on the bond. And I think they arrested Mr. Jarrett at the house where he said he was staying, and that's how he became into custody.
Judge, if a hearing is necessary, that's fine, but the information I have is that anything that took place that morning was completed by 10 a.m. We were in court till 6 p.m. 2 weeks ago.
How long has he been in jail since being picked up on this matter?
A week?
A little over a week, Your Honor. Something like that. I mean, I've never skipped bail on you before. I've never ran on you before. It's just one of them things that's probably half my fault, half their fault. You know, I tried calling the public defender's office, got a hold of somebody. Apparently, we just got disconnected and whatnot. Just one of them deals that didn't show up. I mean,
There was also no indication that he had any transportation or how he was even going to come to court that day.
Well, as you can tell, you're probably not a favorite at the prosecutor's office.
Yes, sir.
But
I've never run
since you've done a week, if the bondsman's staying on it, I'll let you stay out. But I suspect if you fail to appear again, he will be filing formal failure to appear charges, yet another felony.
I already have, Your Honor.
You already have. Okay. Well, I guess we may need to take that up.
He may want to enter a plea on the amended information, Judge.
Oh, on the amended. Okay. I see. So, is this the reason he came? Because he was picked up. This reason he's here today?
Yes. He's still serving. He's still in jail on the failure to appear warrant.
Okay.
He missed court on the 12th. They issued a warrant. He got picked up on that warrant. In the meantime, apparently they filed an amended information, adding the failure to appear
Okay.
count onto it.
Where would you have filed it at? Do you know the number?
Judge, it would be
One
in
of the
both
two?
cases, and it should be toward the back of the file.
Okay.
I say should be.
Could be. Was it? It was filed recently, I take it.
Yes.
Well, I don't see it. Let's lay this aside and we can see where the status of that is. Okay. We'll call you later, sir.
So 3 cases.
Okay. Katie Daniels,
Possibly 4.
12-187. It's a drug case. 12-188. 12-223. All drug cases.
Your Honor, Ms. Daniels had been screened and approved for drug court,
Okay.
and I think the state's agreeable to
Yes.
that.
All right.
In the meantime, the state is also agreeable to allowing her out on a monitor living at her mother's house, and that is pending the plea in front of Judge Webb, as well as the bed space opening up for the 90-day commitment to RCF.
Okay. So should I have her appear before Judge Webb next week, or when?
If she's already been screened and approved, they should be able to plead her next Friday.
Yes, sir.
Okay. September 2nd, 8:30. You can be released on a GPS ankle monitor. Is there anything else?
No, sir. Thank you.
Miss, go ahead.
McComas? Your Honor?
McComas, Amber.
Yes, sir.
McComas, 15-185, fleeing in a vehicle, related charge. Amber McComas.
How many days you been in custody?
48.
Judge, the state has agreed to reduce this to a contempt with 48 days time served on that, with
Okay.
the understanding that she has to remain in county until there's an approval to have her term transferred to Texas.
All right. I'd be happy to go along with that. Had Texas denied her before?
Your Honor, I think what happened was she left and went to Texas before it was approved, and then was arrested for a new offense that Texas has declined to file charges on.
Okay.
And in fact, the alleged victim in that case is her mother, and she's in the courtroom, and I know would be in
Okay.
full support of what we're trying to do here today.
Okay. Well, ma'am, did you leave the state before you were approved to go to Texas?
No, sir.
Okay. Oh, so how is she?
Well,
continuing?
she was granted a travel pass. She was allowed to leave to go to Texas pursuant to a travel pass, but it was before her transfer was approved.
Okay. Did she not return then?
She did not return.
Okay. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll hold you in contempt for that and send you the time served. Now, ma'am, you'll have to stay here till you get approved to go to Texas. I understand from some of the information I've read, you have some medical problems and other things.
Yes, sir.
And ultimately, you need to be in Texas, and your family needs you in Texas. So cooperate on this thing and abstain from any alcohol or illegal drugs. That's an order.
Yes, sir.
But you may be released, but you get this cleared up before you go back down there, or you'll be right back in trouble.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Here you go.
Our dog is going to love camping with us. Come on, get in!
Eric,
Come on! Let's do it again. Ready?
my turn.
During Toyota's annual clearance event, get $1,000 customer cash. Or qualified buyers get 0% APR for 60 months on the adventurous 2016 RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Fly higher. Go further. Do more. Take it to the next level with Polaris. Whether you're chasing unforgettable memories, manhandling a mountain of work, or pushing the limits of work and play, we've got the perfect machine built just for you. Now's the time to get rebates up to $2,000 during the Polaris Spring Sales Event.
Come see us at 824 North Main in Harrison.
Well, howdy, folks. Brewster the Rooster here from the Chicken House. I want to tell you about some great specials we've got just for you. On Saturdays, you can save 10% off any of our menu items, and on Sundays, we bump it up to 20%. And to keep it interesting, every Monday through Friday, we offer up a special deal of the day that you can only find out when you stop by the Chicken House on Highway 65 North in Harrison. Come on by and enjoy the Cajun-infused flavor in every bite of crispy, crunchy chicken at the Chicken House in Harrison.
State versus Mark Mock, 1659 out of Newton County. It's a drug case. Okay. May I see his application? His public defender application.
My mother's the one that bonded me out.
I'm asking if I can see your public defender application.
I just...
Found it. Judge, I don't recommend that he submit it, but I'll give it to the court.
Okay. Says your current employer, but you don't have how much you make.
Well, my mother supports me, and she's 93. And I
Okay.
take care of her.
I see. Appoint the public defender to represent you. And how does he plead to these charges?
Not guilty, Judge.
Okay.
Waive reading.
Mr. Hagler, or Officer Hagler, I apologize. Would you stand up? If you'd raise your hand, do you swear affirm the statements you're about to make to be the whole truth and nothing but? I ask you to give Mr. Mock a drug test. Did he pass that test?
He did not pass the test.
What did he show positive for?
He showed positive for amphetamines, methamphetamines, benzodiazepine, and THC, marijuana.
Do you have any questions, sir?
That's
Sir, I'm going to revoke your Newton County bond. The Boone County bond can stay good. I'm going to set your bond at $75,000 cash in the Newton County.
It hasn't been long enough for me to be clean.
Okay. I don't doubt that. But anyway, you can be in possession, or the custody of the sheriff, rather. And, okay, State versus Deborah Vanderpool, 16-61. Possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine. I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you, and you're here for an arraignment. How does she plead?
Plead not guilty, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Hagler, you remain under oath. Was Miss Vanderpool given a drug test?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she test positive or negative?
She tested positive.
For what, sir?
Tested positive for amphetamine, methamphetamine, and opiates.
I have a
Okay.
prescription for my opiates, and I have hepatitis C. I mean,
You have
it
a-
ain't been long enough for me.
Do you have a prescription for methamphetamine?
No, but there's
Okay.
no way I could be doing
All right.
methamphetamine.
Well, I'm going to revoke your Newton County bond. Your bond now will be $75,000 cash. We'll leave the Boone County bond in in effect, and you can go ahead and pay that bond. You're remanded to custody of the sheriff to be transported to Newton County. Jack Abels, 16185, depicting, viewing, or possessing matters depicting sexually explicit conduct involving a child. So I've got a note here that someone actually had made your bond. Who was that?
My mom.
Is your mother here?
Yes.
Ma'am, if you'd stand up to be sworn by the clerk.
Raise your right hand, please. You solemnly swear the testimony you give in the case of accident before this court will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Yes.
You're Mr. Abel's mother, is that correct?
Correct.
What's your name?
Mary Abels.
Are you willing to contribute anything to his defense?
As long as I can.
So you're willing to make a $50,000 bond for him, but what are you going to contribute to his defense?
Whatever I can.
Okay, in other words, very little.
Not too much.
So I guess we'll let the taxpayers represent Mr. Abels. Thank you so much. You can sit down. You stay here, sir. How does he plead to these charges?
Your Honor, enter a plea of not guilty and waive reading.
Stay in contact with your lawyer, sir. State versus Alicia Adkins, drug paraphernalia, driving offenses, 16-69.
Judge, it's going to be a negotiated plea, and I believe the state will have a motion. May I approach?
You may.
Your Honor, based on the evidence in this case, the state at this time is going to move to amend the paraphernalia charge to a Class A misdemeanor. Plea will be as charged the remaining offenses.
Okay. Now I'm looking at a police statement here. Did you go over this document?
Yes, sir.
Do you feel you understand the matter set out in the police statement?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you've signed both the police statement and the terms and conditions, is
Yes,
that right?
sir.
Okay. Are you pleading guilty to possession of drug paraphernalia misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
And also to driving a vehicle or trailer with no registration or expired tag?
Yes, sir.
And no liability insurance?
Yes, sir.
And failure to transfer your driver's license?
Yes, sir.
Have you done that now?
I haven't. I'm waiting for my birth certificate, but I did get insurance.
Okay. For possession of drug paraphernalia misdemeanor placed on 1 year's probation, you'll be fined $150 on each of the other offenses. You pay court costs totaling $200, a $700 total fine.
There was supposed to be a $250 fine on the paraphernalia charge, Your Honor.
Was that your understanding? What?
I don't know.
It may have just been unintentionally left off, but you might want to ask her about it.
Okay. I wasn't aware of it, but...
Well, it may just... I may have overlooked it, too.
Yeah, the total fine of $700, is that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, she saw that part of it
Yeah,
anyway.
I did.
Okay.
I've seen that, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
No, that's no problem. It wasn't exactly like we wanted, but it said the same thing. Okay. And drug fee of $125, $20 booking fee. Pay what you owe at the minimum rate of $100 per month, beginning within 30 days. You make your payments to the Sheriff's Department. Here.
Where's that at?
It's out on 65 South.
Is it over there?
No, go past Belfont like you're going.
Yeah, okay. I know where it's at.
Yeah. You don't live around here?
I live in Flippin.
Okay.
Your Honor, would the court authorize a restricted license permit for her?
If I have the authority, I will, certainly. I don't.
And she does show good proof of insurance, Judge, as of yesterday.
Okay, you'll need to check in with this gentleman right here, Officer Hagler.
Okay.
Let's go with him.
Thank you.
State versus Annette Goulet, 16-231. Criminal attempt to commit capital murder, carrying a weapon. Ma'am, I'd called you up earlier, and we were talking about attorney status, and
Yes.
you had I checked to see what might be coming into the clerk's office for distribution, and they tell me that it may have anywhere from $10,000 to $15,000. So I'm going to have you go ahead and see if you can retain counsel, and you come back on September 9th at 9:30 for attorney status. Okay?
Okay, retain counsel. Meeting.
Hire a lawyer.
Okay, so I don't qualify for.
Well, I don't know yet,
Okay.
but apparently you've got $10,000 to $15,000, so you need to see if you can explore that before we appoint a public defender.
To see what fees come out of it for selling the houses and.
All right.
Okay.
You have a lawyer in regard to that domestic relations matter?
No.
Okay. All right.
I did, and he.
See if you can.
Back then.
I'm not interested in that. See if you can hire a lawyer and then return on September 9th at 9:30 for attorney status.
Okay.
Free to go.
This case we're talking about now.
Yes, this case. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Thank you. 16-227, State versus Andrew Brown, domestic battery in the 3rd degree. Other charges. Okay, sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're appearing here for an arraignment. How does he plead?
Not guilty, Judge. Waive reading.
Okay. We enter that plea of not guilty. Sir, I'm going to have you return on November 4th at 9:30 a.m. But you'll need, as soon as possible, you need to make an appointment to speak with the Public Defender's Office.
Yes, sir.
So they can try to help you. Free to go.
All right, thank you, sir.
Here you go. I think my friends and I are gonna have a lot of fun in this.
Oh, look at these girls. Oh, they're so fun. You never take me dancing anymore.
Well, we're married.
You go, girls.
During Toyota's annual clearance event, get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a stylish new 2016 Corolla. Toyota. Let's go places.
Here's another satisfied client from Dental Creations of Harrison.
That several people complain about after a year it doesn't fit, it doesn't feel right. And it's because your mouth changes. And they offer the final set of dentures. And it's just like your own teeth. I eat corn on the cob, I eat steak, and Wanda and Dave and Tara was my personal person in there. They're awesome people in there.
Dental Creations on the square in Harrison, next to the Big Red Boot.
Introducing two new families of ATVs from Yamaha. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700. The new Grizzly offers increased power and performance to deliver more exploration and more adventure. The new Kodiak 700 features legendary Yamaha reliability for more productivity and more value. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700 ATVs, all with more than ever before.
You know, we should always remember to have a working smoke detector where we sleep. Let's go, let's go. Okay, we're all safe, we're all safe. In an emergency, you need a meeting place outside the whole family can meet, so you know everyone is safe.
State versus Jack Abels, 16-185. matters depicting sexually explicit conduct involving a child. Jack Abels.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Mr. Abels has made application public defender office.
Sir, did you make this bond?
No, sir.
Who made it for you?
Cunningham? Is that his name?
Who
Camel.
paid the bond? How'd you make a $50,000 bond? And
No,
now
Camel did it.
you want the citizens of the county to pay for your lawyer?
He did the $50,000 bond, not me.
He's asking who paid Mr. Campbell for your bond?
Nobody. I haven't.
They take this up after a while. I'll call your case later. State versus Stacy Alford, 16-103, possession of methamphetamine, paraphernalia. 16-105, similar charges.
Judge, Ms. Alford, as you know, has those two cases. The last time we were here, we informed the court that there was another case that would be at least reviewed by the prosecutor's office and perhaps filed. I don't believe it's been filed, so we're still waiting on that. If we could reset this till 9/9, we'll take the time on it, Judge.
Are the allegations drugs?
I believe so.
Okay,
Yes.
Mr. Carter would be reviewing that case then.
Very well. September 9th, 9:30. Okay.
Hold on.
State versus Robert Black, possession of methamphetamine or cocaine with purpose to deliver, 16-91. I guess we're here for basically the plea deadline. The jury trial is set for September 26th.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, sir.
Judge, if we could just reset the plea deadline. I believe there was one issue where Mr. Black in this court, and we haven't had a chance to discuss the plea since that time and since he's been released, and perhaps can resolve it on 9/9.
Okay, that'd be good. It reappear on September 9th at 9:30. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
State versus Andrew Brown, 16-227, domestic battery, resisting arrest. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Have you got a lawyer, sir?
No, sir, I don't.
Do you intend to hire a lawyer or make application to the public defender's office?
Yes, sir. I didn't know how that worked. I guess
Okay.
I'll need a public defender.
Okay. That lady right there, she will give you an application. If you'll fill it out, just fill it out here, and I'll call your name, and we'll
Yes, sir.
go from there.
All right, thank you.
16-231, State versus Annette Goulet, criminal attempt to commit capital murder and carrying a weapon. Good morning. Ma'am, do you have a lawyer? Do you have a lawyer?
Public defender.
Okay, I saw an application, but,
I don't have a lawyer right this second. No.
yeah. I looked at your application and the assets you listed, but there's an attachment to it that shows other assets. It says in the funds not distributed in a divorce proceeding. Are there some assets in a divorce proceeding?
All of the houses were auctioned off.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to check on that because you may not qualify for a public defender. I need to look at that.
Okay.
If you'll just have a seat, we'll get to that later. State versus Brandon Lee, 16-127, theft of leased, rented, or entrusted personal property.
Judge, I just got my lawyer hired yesterday.
Who is that?
Mr. Benjamin Gibson.
Call him and tell him to come up. I'll call you later.
I'm supposed to meet with him at his office.
Well, you
And-
can call him and tell him to head this way. We'll
Okay.
meet with him here.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Hang around. I'll call your case later. 16-175, Matthew Shearer, possession of controlled substance, methamphetamine, marijuana, paraphernalia. For a pretrial, is there anything to be done in that regard?
No, sir.
I had entered an order revoking Mr. Shearer's bond in this case. So you'll,
Sure, it was file marked August 17th.
I think because of his alleged activities, I'm going to direct that you be on a GPS ankle monitor and $2,000 cash bond. If you'll just go with this gentleman right here, he'll tell you where to go. 16-219, State versus Callista Turner, theft by receiving, fraudulent use of a debit or credit card. We're here for attorney status. Have you hired a lawyer?
Actually, I was supposed to get with Kay on last Monday, this last Monday, and my husband's mother passed away on last Friday, so we had to go. It was like emergency, we had to go to West Memphis, Arkansas for her funeral, and ended up having to pay all the fees and stuff. So it just really hasn't been today. I was going to ask if I could get with them and go further with it from there.
What's your take home? Like a week or 2 weeks or
2
whatever?
weeks. And it's not my husband, it's my husband's.
Oh, I see. I see that. Okay. Okay, I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
Thank you.
Gentleman will provide Mr. Hancock with a copy of our file.
Okay, so you need to get in contact with the public defender as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
But your next appearance is not until November 4th at 9:30.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes. State versus Kayla Young, 16-205, possession of methamphetamine, paraphernalia. Morning.
Good morning.
Let's see, you're appearing for attorney status.
Yes, sir. I tried to hire a private attorney, and I refilled out for a public defender this morning.
If you'll hand it to this lady, or they may want to take the clipboard back, look at it.
Thanks.
So you're not working?
No, sir.
Do you owe the fines, or does he owe the fine?
We both do.
Okay. So you've already entered your plea of not guilty. You need to make an appointment as soon as possible to visit with the public defender's office. Then your next appearance is on November 4th. It'll be a Friday, November 4th at 9:30 a.m.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Thank you.
16-200, State versus Mitchell Christensen. criminal mischief in the first degree, obstructing governmental operations. Good morning. Let's see, is this Judge Webb's case, was it?
Yeah, I showed, 2016-200, Judge.
Oh, there was an alias warrant issue. See who issued that. Judge Webb, I'll direct that he appear before Judge Webb on September 2nd at 8:30 a.m. You can just appear before Judge Webb on September 2nd at 8:30. State versus Rachel Clayton, 15181, battery, permitting abuse of a mind.
It's Mr. Bunch's case that he mentioned to the court
Okay.
in session.
Okay. Ms. Clayton, Mr. Bunch was here earlier. He had to leave, but he said their office is appointing another attorney to represent you. Was that your understanding?
Yes.
Okay. They'll notify you of who that is, and then we can proceed. Okay. Thank you. Bye. Katie Daniel, 3 cases, delivery of controlled substance, 12-187. Delivery of controlled substance, 12-188. Same charges, 12-233.
Judge, she'll need to be brought over.
Okay, we're going to transport you to the courthouse, ma'am.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Here you go.
Can't wait to see what this baby can do. Thank you. Good morning.
You remember my parents' anniversary?
During Toyota's annual clearance event, get $2,500 customer cash. Or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2016 Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
You're at the party, having a great time. Your kids are on the dance floor, shaking it for all they're worth. Then you hear it. That word that even your children know better than to use. Yeah, that word. So you think, doesn't the DJ know better? Man, my kids heard that. I'm Matt Duncan. I own and operate Artistry Entertainment DJ service. I'm also a daddy. We never play questionable lyrics when kids are present. Ever. ArtistryEntertainment.rocks. Yes, we get paid to party. And we take it seriously.
Introducing 2 new families of ATVs from Yamaha. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700. The new Grizzly offers increased power and performance to deliver more exploration and more adventure. The new Kodiak 700 features legendary Yamaha reliability for more productivity and more value. The all-new Grizzly and Kodiak 700 ATVs, all with more than ever before.
State versus Glenn Froelich, 15199, capital murder, possession of firearms by certain persons, cruelty to animals. That's 15229, possession of firearms by certain persons, aggravated assault, felony with a firearm.
Judge, I believe a scheduling order had put his case on the docket for today. However, there have been orders entered for forensic evaluation.
Okay, so we're awaiting a forensic. Okay, very good. State versus Perry Gatlin, 16223, forgery in the first degree, 10 counts. Who represents you, Mr. Gatlin?
Yes, sir. I've been incarcerated since June 9th on this charge.
Yeah.
And,
Who represents you, sir?
Nobody, sir.
Okay.
Approach on. Mr. Gatlin, do you have a parole hold?
Yes, sir. I was violated due to this charge before the information was filed.
Okay.
The information was filed on August the 9th. I was arrested June the 9th. It was 62 days later.
When you get your parole issue resolved, we can, if you're still in custody, we can take it up at that time, okay?
Yes, sir.
Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and it looks like you're appearing here for an arraignment. How does he plead?
Plead not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll enter the plea of not guilty. Your next appearance before the court, sir, will be November 4th at 9:30 a.m. Okay?
Okay, sir. I haven't spoken with anybody since I've been incarcerated on this.
Okay, but I've appointed a public defender to represent you on this day. Okay, thank you.
What is his name, sir?
Oh, okay. They're telling me there are co-defendants, so that we'll have to determine who that'll be. State versus Misty Hendrickson, 15143. Theft by receiving, paraphernalia, methamphetamine, unlawful receipt or possession of an explosive material.
Judge, this is a first appearance on a petition to revoke probation. She was served with a warrant on August 20th.
Okay. Ma'am, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're appearing for an arraignment on a petition to revoke your probationary or suspended sentence. How does she plead?
Not true to the allegations, Judge.
Okay.
Request a hearing.
I'll enter that plea, and we'll have a hearing on September 9th at 9:30 or soon thereafter as we can get to it. Okay. Thank you.
Would you consider a bond? Hold on, Ms. Hendricks.
Judge, from looking at the petition to revoke, it looks like the primary issue is not reporting.
I'm ready to be on a house arrest or an ankle monitor or something in there until my next visit.
Okay, I'll do that. 5,000 cash plus a GPS ankle monitor. That'll be a bond. Thank you.
Thank you.
State versus Barry Jarrett, 15223. Commercial burglary, breaking or entering, 15236. Similar charges.
Judge, she'll need to be transported.
Okay, sir, we're going to transport you to the courthouse.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
State versus Tristan Jeffries, 16224. Forgery, 10 counts. Criminal possession of a forgery device. Okay, sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You've been in jail since when?
June 16th.
August, June 16th.
June 16th.
State delivered information to the clerk's office on August 7th, Your Honor, or August 8th. Warrant was issued pursuant to that.
No, it's filed on the 18th.
Under the process that we have set up, the prosecutor's office felt it did all it could by delivering the information to the clerk's office for a warrant to be issued.
Reappear on September 2nd at 8:30 before Judge Webb in Boone County Courthouse. I guess he's entitled to be released, is he not?
Under 8.6, Judge, I believe.
May be released. Have to be processed out. But you know when you got to come back a week from today in this courtroom.
Okay.
All right.
Crystal clear mountain streams, river rapids, and rolling hills with endless valleys. The beauty of the Ozark. Generation family-owned business Magnus Toyota has been operating here in the Ozarks for over 50 years. When we make a new deal, we make a new friend. Stop in and visit us today and see why our customers say we're the best. Magnus Toyota, your hometown Toyota dealer on Highway 65 North in Harrison.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There is one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a crucial commitment to their community because just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud. Harrison has a Health Mart now. Sam Alexander Pharmacy, on the square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Here you go.
Our dog is gonna love camping with us.
Come on, get in. Eric.
Come on, let's do it again. Ready?
My turn.
During Toyota's annual clearance event, get $1,000 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR for 60 months on the adventurous 2016 RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
16-222, State versus Port. Is that Koenig? Is that right?
Keogh.
I will ask him. Forgery in the first, possession of a forgery device. How do you pronounce your last name, sir?
Keogh.
Keogh, I'm sorry.
That's right, all right.
So do you have a lawyer, sir? You're okay. They're handing me an application. Thank you. Okay, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. How does he plead?
Plead not guilty, Judge. Waive reading. Request be released under 8.6.
We had the same situation, Your Honor. The state delivered the information to the clerk's office on August 8th. The warrant was issued. Served, I believe, on August 13th. I'm not sure when it was returned to the clerk's office for filing formal charges.
Will enter a plea of not guilty, reappear before Judge Webb on September 2nd in the Boone County Courthouse at 8:30. You may be released. That's all we can do today, sir.
All right, thanks, sir.
State versus Amber McComas, 15-185. Fleeing in a vehicle, obstructing governmental operations, other charges.
Mom is right there. Let's just have her right over. Judge, she'll need to be transported over.
We're going to transport you to the courthouse, okay? State versus Corey Parton, 16-225, forgery in the first degree, 10 counts, possession of a forgery device. Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Are you entering a plea of not guilty to these charges?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been in jail?
June 16.
Same situation, Your Honor.
Reappear on November 4th at 9:30. You need to immediately get in contact with the Public Defender's Office. You can be released from jail.
Thank you, sir.
State versus Louis Riddell, possession of methamphetamine, paraphernalia, obstructing government operations.
Approach, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I've appointed the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
You're not guilty plea, Judge.
Okay, we'll enter that not guilty plea.
Providing Mr. Hancock with a copy of our file.
Is there anything else to be done?
Mr. Riddell, do you have a bond set?
No, sir.
Why didn't you show up last time, sir?
I was incarcerated up in Stone County.
All right. We're at Stone County. What particular jail? Is there just one, I guess?
Just one in Galena.
Okay.
Missouri.
If that can be confirmed, I'll allow you to remain out on your previous bond. So the state can check into that.
Will do, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. State versus Sarah Parker. Drugs and firearms, methamphetamine, 15-149.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Your Honor, we have I'm here on a pretrial on the case that you recited, and I've been given discovery, so there are no issues there. I have another issue to present to the court at this time.
All right.
I believe Ms. Parker is here retained on a separate charge, and I'd ask that she be remain out on her previous bond, which was $50,000, which has been posted with First Arkansas bail bonds on
Judge,
the new charges.
I believe you signed off on the probable cause affidavit on the new charges. I do have a copy of the affidavit.
Let me look at it.
I'd like to review it again.
Your Honor, in regards to that, the Ms. Parker was driving the vehicle, but there's no indication that the vehicle was registered in her name, her vehicle, at this point in time. That's why I'm asking that she remain out on her previous bond, and I'll be taking over in this case as well for her.
Judge, at this time, we've been provided with a copy of the affidavit. It's not unusual for an affidavit to not contain those details that, regarding registration or title to
If her
the
bond,
vehicle.
I'm sorry, interrupted you. If your bondsman, her bondsman's willing to file something in the file saying the company's willing to stay on the bond, I'll approve that.
Okay.
In the new case.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I don't guess we have a number on it yet, do we?
No. We have an affidavit at this time, but the case file's still being worked up.
And there's nothing to be done in this case?
No, I've had discovery. There was a pretrial today.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Joe Del Marco out of Newton County, 16-58, firearms for certain persons. Sir, have you got a lawyer?
Tim Budge.
Okay, he's not here today, or not right now anyway. Did you fill out an application?
Yes, I did.
It's been signed off on.
Okay.
We just had a case number last week.
I see. Okay. We'll enter a plea of not guilty in your case.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you need to remain in contact with Mr. Budge, because he'll be giving you a new date to appear. And
I
make
believe
sure.
I have a date on October 17th in Newton County on some other things related to the same issue. And
We'll just stay in contact with the Public Defender's Office.
all right, thank you.
State versus Travis Barber, 16-1.
Your Honor, we're going to be moving to dismiss that matter.
Okay. Spears, Mr. Stone.
Yes, Your Honor, and again, I've lost my jacket and my cell
Well.
phone. At least last time is the middle court, and this time it's before court.
Oh, that's fine.
Normally I approach.
Yes.
Precedent.
Mr. Stone, your motion to dismiss is granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Here you go. State versus Mark Mock, 16-59, methamphetamine, controlled substances, several other charges. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Who is your lawyer?
Public defender, I guess. I filled out a form, but I haven't been assigned yet.
Sir, how much bonds have you made in the last couple of weeks?
Couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Two bonds.
Well, here's a $75,000 bond. You made a $100,000 bond over in Newton County. $175,000, and you want the taxpayers to pay for your lawyer?
I have no income.
Okay. Why don't you take a drug test, and we'll take up your case later. Go with this gentleman right here. State versus Amanda Mundy, 16-67. Endangering the welfare of a minor, possession of controlled substances. Do you have a lawyer, ma'am? Did you fill out an application?
Is this information still correct? It is.
Appoint the public defender to represent you, ma'am.
Plead not guilty, Judge. Waive reading.
We'll enter a plea of not guilty, and when will she be appearing in Newton County?
November 2nd, Your Honor.
November 2nd, 10 o'clock. No, he's going to take a drug test, lawyer or not. I don't know.
In Court on TKO8 Television is brought to you by Campbell Bonding Company. Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your